One story I'll tell you, a little boy named Kekla. Kekla is being cared for by an organization called the Topsy Foundation, which is one of our main partners over there. That's who's going to receive the family meal pack food. They care for orphans and vulnerable children in South Africa. And they told us about Kekla. I don't know how old Kekla is, but he's a young boy who's HIV positive. He's lost both of his parents, and he lives with relatives. And they said Kekla used to be a very energetic, happy little boy. But when he went on the medication for his HIV, something happened. They don't know exactly what. And Kekla retreated to this incredibly dark place. He got just cut off emotionally. He wouldn't interact. He would just kind of look down like this. You know, just something happened with Kekla, and it was not good. And that's the Kekla we met when we first met him. And the first time we went, there was a girl named Jen on our team, and she was just drawn to Kekla. So she spent some time with him, and at the end of our time, the ladies from Topsy asked Jen to pray for Kekla. She had never prayed out loud in her life, but she said, I'll pray for Kekla. So she does, right? And she gets this hug. Well, you saw the picture. She got this hug from Kekla. That was the first step, right? So a couple months later, another team goes back, and 3 women on our team in particular are also drawn to Kekla. So they're spending time with Kekla, they're praying with Kekla, and they start to see little glimpses of this boy that we heard about that we haven't seen. One day they're leaving, and Kekla comes running outside, and he tackles one of the women, laughing. Right? There he was. We saw that little boy, but then he would retreat back to that dark place again. So the next day, we had a dental clinic going, and we have some amazing dentists who do just incredible work. And Kekla, all of his teeth were rotten. So you can imagine the pain that he would feel when he would try to eat, right? So they had to remove his teeth. And they said, listen, we will do this, but the best way to do this is to get him to the hospital where they can put him under with proper anesthesia and they can take out his teeth. Because Kekla didn't know what was going on. He was completely freaked out. He was screaming and yelling. Our dentists are amazing. They're like, we'll do this, but there was probably a better way to do this. And it was at that moment when I walked into the dental clinic. It was my only time in the dental clinic that whole week. I had just gotten to South Africa the night before. As it turns out, I was the only person in the world with the authority and the knowledge to say, all right, Crossroads is going to pay for Kekla to go to the hospital so we can do this the right way, so there's no more trauma in this little boy's life. So we do that. We sent Kekla to the hospital. He had the surgery. They took out his teeth, and it went great. We heard great reports. So a couple months later, another team comes back. They go to see Kekla, and all of a sudden, this little boy, there he is. This happy little boy emerged, and that dark place had pretty much disappeared. It was incredible. So just this last week, I talked to Elizabeth, the woman who runs Topsy, and I asked her, I said, I'm going to talk about Kekla. How's he doing? She told me, he's doing incredible, and she sent me this picture of Kekla just this week. That is freedom.